You've 1-2'd your last 3 Zendikar drafts. Yeah, my dream, and I don't always think of it, is to not really care about the outcome. And I know I often talk about it, so I think I need to stress the outcome less. Zagras. So instead of looking at like the result of the whole tournament, I wish I did better in the tournament. You have to look at individual decisions you made in the tournament, decision points in the game, and say, oh yes, I screwed up there and there and there. I might have chose the wrong deck. And look at those decision points and evaluate those. And you can always improve and take something from that. But it does hurt to lose over and over again. What's there to talk about here? Zagras, I often win a draft when I first pick this. And for good reason. All your stuff getting Death Touch is great. Black can get this guy back. And it's not uncommon to get this guy out on turn 4 with a haste 4/4, which is already absurd, let alone having all of the other abilities. Death Touch, haste, flying. Ridiculous. Here's another slam dunk bomb, Soaring Thought Thief. And the black and red aren't good enough here for me to take anything but this. I don't mind splashing Zagras. I don't mind splashing Thought Thief. These are 2 game-winning bombs that can really make your deck better. And the only other thing I'm looking at here is Into the Royal, which is way further from Zagras than Thought Thief. So despite wanting to kind of force Zagras here, Thought Thief is totally fine. Hey, they even share a type. Cool. But we're committed, I think, at least to black. Maybe unclear. If we keep getting past blue, we're in good shape. Or 5 colors. Hey, we might wield the Spring Mantle Cleric. We'll be all set. Bubble Snare is totally fine here. It's definitely a strange start to a draft, but I'm excited to see where things go from here. Mind Carver. One deck that I went up against recently, and I also try to learn from what beats me, so if someone just beats you, you'd be like, okay, what did they do there and why did they win? Because it might be something I can learn from. And the temptation is to say, they suck and they got lucky. And sometimes that is true. But sometimes it's like, maybe that card's better than I thought it was. It's been beating me more than I thought it would. Anyway, I don't love Mind Carver, but they had 2 Thought Thieves and like some other stuff. You might have 2 Electromancers. Yeah, I definitely try to draft the hard way and take better cards more often in the beginning. I really don't know what to take here, though. I think I'm going to take Anti-Cognition, oddly enough. Oh, that's so perfect. No, it's not. It's not the right colors. No. These are going to go up to like 5 tickets, in a year from now when they're still in Standard and nobody has them. However, Lithoform Blight might be perfect for what we're trying to do, which is play Zagras in our blue-black deck. It might be perfect. The other thing is, if you do get a pretty strong core of powerful cards, cantrips essentially make your deck smaller. Have regrets. Splashing Zagras in the Boros deck. I can't imagine that being too wrong, but especially the aggressive decks make splashing harder. Oh no! I could have had the white-red fixing. And spoils would have been so much better here. Should we still take it? Then I might have some regrets. Oh, this deck's going to be so good. The other option here is Gomafada Vanguard, but I'm going to take the spoils. Yeah. Warrior seems okay. Yasharn would be would be the 5. I've been doing a lot of 5-color decks recently. Oh well. Unfortunately, Yasharn just isn't. It isn't good enough as a splash because it's just a 4/4 that I guess you could side in if your opponent had a sacrifice outlet or something. I'm going to go with Warrior here and just give up on green. Even though green seems somewhat open, it's not good enough to get out of what we have. Green has the fixing, yeah, but it has to be your primary color because splashing for your fixing just isn't wise. Bane Veil over the 2/3, reasonable. Relic Golem is fun to see this late, and then this is all Yasharn. Yasharn. At least we have a mill card. This is nice to see, though. I don't really know what's better. Shell Shield or Blood Beckoning here. I really do love Blood Beckoning. And Shell Shield. I think Shell Shield, I'm going to take Shell Shield. I'm not sure about that one, though. Mind Carver's back. It's a little harder to get those than the Skitter Sneaks. But I don't think our deck's going to be as aggressive, and we need to make sure we have the creature base. A couple of these I could have seen going either way. But another important concept is if there's a really close decision, usually it doesn't matter as much. So like whether we have a Shell Shield, like whether we have one, B-level spell or another B-level spell, it's hard to say which one would have been right. Oh, more green fixing, great. Roost of Drakes, pretty happy about that. And it makes Shell Shield a little better. Instant Speed Drake. Yeah, Roost of Drakes. This is really the payoff for blue-green, but it's totally fine in blue anything. Oh no! Oh no. Well, I don't mind not taking Yasharn. But what are we supposed to do with this? Give me a break. I could see going Sultai splashing red. Domination is okay, but Verazal is just ridiculous. And now we take a bunch of blue kicker spells and profit. Shell Shield is really nice with Verazal too, because sometimes your opponent can just kill it, and you won't get anything else out of it. So having a cheap way to protect it, super good. Rabid Bite. How important would Pack Beast be here? Probably pretty good. It helps out Zagras a bit, and it does fix for all our nonsense. Shoot. Verazal's splashable. I just wish we had some other stuff here. Dear me. Oh me, oh my. This I'm not sure about. Master of Winds is a decent card. It's a 4 mana that like draws a card really well. Yet, there's Royal Mage here, which gets all our best stuff back. I think we go Master anyway. I know, we're getting crazy rewarded here. I think I'm going to go with Master. I'm really not sure about that, though. I'm just not sure. Beckoning? Okay, so we have one of each. I like that a lot better than 2 Beckonings. I don't mind having up to 4 Shell Shields, but 1 Blood Beckoning is usually enough. And often in these styles of decks, you don't have any creatures to get back, or maybe 1 that you trade off early. But it is really nice to be able to get your your best stuff back. Vision versus Skitter Sneak here. We already have one Skitter Sneak. I don't think we're milling too much. Maybe we just want to liberate. Our deck's getting strong enough that we don't have a ton of good spells, but we do have a ton of good cards. Stomper. A second Bane Veil. Don't know if we need it. Second Anti-Cognition. If we do find out more of what we're in the last pack, maybe, or we could take the Sky Dancer, which I think we need that. We need a few more creatures here to be really on top of things. Huh. If this could tap for Verazol, I'd be really tempted, but I think here it's still not good enough. It does tap for Master, Akum Warrior, and Zagras. I still don't think it's good enough. Weird. Ooh, I do love some Wary Disruption. Give me that. Defense, Silencer. Defense is okay. Grasp is really annoying to play against, and our blue card draw should be a bit better than the black. A lot of close picks here. I'm really not sure about Master of Winds. I know it's good. Yeah, but is it the best? Because this deck needs the best, and those kicker spells were both very, very good. I think we take Predation here, because we're not Clericing, and that's the best card here. Or Blightblade, but yeah, let's do Predation. The other thing about this is we're still taking a lot of cards that we're likely to play, and we might end up cutting an entire color. Like, we probably don't need Spoils of Adventure. Maybe it's exactly what our deck needs, but we don't also have a ton of fixing. Kargan Intimidator. This is a pretty easy card to use. It's at its best if you can cast it early. Other option is Zoff Consumption, and to some extent, Sure-Footed Infiltrator. A lot of tough picks. Are we a rogue deck? Or are we a Grixis deck? I'm going to go with the rare here. If I was a little more worried about what we'd get this pack, I might not take it, but I think that's a pretty solid base. Into the Royal, pretty clear pick here since we're so blue. Yet another Bubble Snare. Perfect. 4 Bubble Snares. And our choice of stuff. Oh, did I miss Rockslide Sorcerer? Yeah, I did. I was like, no more red cards. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I did miss that. Oh well, more Bubble Snares. Into the Royal. This is turning into a very Verazol deck. A Verazol deck. Negate, maybe? Not sure about that pick. Not positive. Broken Wings is a fine sideboard card. We're just not in white. We just can't protect anything with hunger. So that was a wasted pick there. Yeah, I should have taken the Rockslide Sorcerer. Yeah, I didn't think about that pick long enough. I figured the card we took was good enough that like I didn't need to consider any off-color cards that we might not even play in the main deck. But it's also something that's not that I don't miss it that much. It's something that's not that likely to set up. but I should have really considered it. Yeah, this is interesting. Target player mills 2 cards. I wonder if it'll ever be worth it to mill ourselves to turn on Blood Beckoning. Probably not. Yet, you never know. 3rd Stalker. That's a lot of Stalkers. They're not bad, and having a bunch of 2/3s in play, it's hard to, like, a 5/5 can't really attack into a bunch of 2/3s. Riptide. It's not going to wheel, of course. Card's too good. Splashing Verazol. That's a tough one, but we'll see. I needed one more Lithoform Blight. Yeah, this is right up my alley. Hopefully it's not a complete train wreck, but it's got the power. Thanks, at Twitch. We'll do you proud. It's got the power. I mean, ton of bubble snares, a good amount of into the royals. Fair number of kicker spells. Eight kicker spells. No kicker creatures. Just a few kicker payoffs. Very interesting. I do want to Deliberate, and probably just another early creature. Just another early creature to keep us alive. Or better yet, Anticognition. One Seafloor Stalker. Maybe that's enough. Plus Predation, plus Warrior, plus Disruption, plus Veil. $17, 6, 2, 1. Okay. And that'll become 2, 3, or in some sense, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6, 11. Oh, man. No, more than... Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have undone all of that hard work. Forgot to point out our blue. Pack Beast. Where'd the other blue go? Ah, from the Blight. That is not a lot of black. Not enough black, I'd say. 12 sources of blue. I think it might be enough black, but we really want to be able to rock out an early Thought Thief, Blight, or whatever. So let's go one more black. And then just hope the red works out. I mean, in a sense, it's really just one red card, one green card, and a little bit of fixing to go around. And then 10 live draws for blue. Or 12, depending on how you look at it. So it's a greedy and risky deck, but these are greedy and risky times. And we're all spoiled by Vintage Cube. Yes, excellent. A masterpiece. Yeah, play first. Sure. Not awful. On the play with Anti-Cognition. Into the Royal for later. I always feel like someone's getting way too much value when they scry 2 with Anti-Cognition. As if it needed to be able to do that. Oh, wow. Sure, I'll counter anything, basically. Especially a sweet party member. What did we say? We had 4 red sources in the deck? 4 or 5? Bugcatcher can survive. Oh, yeah. This is so perfect here, actually. Pretty difficult for them to pump it so far. Draw 2, discard 1. What do we want to discard? I think we discard Zagras here. Call me crazy. Watch, we draw red off the top, but we do have Beckoning to get it back at a moment's notice. I'm actually going to let them do this because we have so many good answers to it if we can untap. Yeah. What are they going to do, I wonder? Yeah, there's so many good answers. Kill my Master of Winds in response. I'm also not in a big rush to get 1 damage in. Like, I'm not sure how this turn can play out. Oh, let's take a look. If they bounce Master of Winds... Oh, how do we do this? Why don't we let that happen, and then we'll bounce Journey of Oblivion. Whew. Bounce it at the end of their turn, then steal it with Predation. It misses out on 5 damage from the Riptide, but it's a strong play. We could have bounced our Sphinx there, which would have done almost more than this, but we don't get to into the Royal kicked if we do that. Oh boy. Pyroclastic Hellion. Return a land, do 2 to me. All good. I might be jumping the gun by doing this, but I feel pretty safe to go ahead. Oh, there it is. If we discard another creature, we just get both creatures back. So let's discard Stalker. Bubble Snare. I want to see what they have. Let's make it a 4/1. They might try to kill it. So we we're gonna see what they have. Resolute Strike is the +2/+2. They have Royal Eruption as well. So we take that. Keep an eye on what they do have. Basically nothing we can counter with this for another 2 turns or so. So I don't mind getting in some damage here. Wow, this is actually pretty tough. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to get both of these back and take a huge hit. Make it a 1/4. Yeah. Maybe I should not have attacked with Master there. And here, well, we'll see what they do. Against these cards, it's not too scary. Maybe I'll lose my Risen Riptide to the Hellion or something. Fissure Wizard now, Bugcatcher attacks for 3. By Plains and Fissure Wizard. Crawling Barrens. Oh, that's kind of scary. Yield to that. So I'm going to block here. Then they use Strike. And that means they can't pump Crawling Barrens this turn. But that does mean we're on a clock. Banneret. Whew. So this will be 4. That'll be 7. I want to keep up Disruption, so we can't cast all of that stuff. This is getting hard. Plays Ogress. Bubble Snare the Hellion and pass it. And then if they try to Royal Erupt Zagras, which is likely, we can shut that down. Unfortunately, we might have to trade Master of Winds with Bugcatcher. Well, actually, if they use the Banneret, then we can use Bane Veil. But I don't think I can win this race. Maybe 2 hits of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, actually, Nah, it's fine. I think they're as likely as not. Yeah. They're going to get disrupted here, and that'll win us the game for sure. Whew. Let's do 1-4. I love how it tells you to make it a 1-4 or a 4-1 or decline to do either. And I guess that would be the case where you'd already made it into like a 5-5. That's funny. Through some other means. So here, well, Rogue, Wizard, Sphinx. Yeah, here I think we attack with Zagras, play Stalker, Veil, and then we can maybe kill them the next turn. They'll be at 12, so 8, 9. How many times can we activate that? I guess 4. So that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is such an advantage to see your entire opponent's hand. All of your opponent, just their hand though. To see your opponent's entire hand. Because we knew exactly what we needed to play around, exactly what we needed to hold up. Are they just quitting? I mean, this is game 1. Come on, don't make me wait. Or whatever, I don't care. Give some more time for viewers to show up. Viewer, I appreciate you. Thank you. Whenever you're viewing, doesn't even matter to me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stalker. That Thought Thief should win it next turn. We'll have exactly enough damage. Or I could mill them here. Actually, that's probably better. I forgot Zagras was a rogue, but that'll give us a ton of damage for next turn. Because I don't know if we'll get the 8th card otherwise. Oh! Rock Slide Sorcerer, which does nothing. Except show me they have a Rock Slide Sorcerer. They did seem awfully creature-based. So I don't know about negate, concerted defense, that kind of thing. Journey to Oblivion. Yeah, I think we're okay here. Is Skitter Sneak good against what they're doing? Quite possibly. And then maybe Risen Riptide not so much. Whatever. I don't know that I love Risen Riptide in the best of times. I'll keep this. It's way too heavy black, but oh. Oh god. I'm gonna need this for blue mana almost no matter what happens, unless I draw blue-blue. The big game-winning card from last game. Pack Beast, you got it. But maybe we can save Predation. Because when we get flooded this game, it's going to be tough. Banneret. Not worth Into the Roiling yet. More black. I'm going to trade Skydancer with Pack Beast unless they pump it, which is possible, but we'll see. They only have 3 cards left. They either mulliganed or just played a lot of stuff. They might have just played a lot of stuff here. Hazard. Huh, glad they don't have that in their hand. Yeah, both 7. It's just they played a lot of 1-drops and stuff. I don't mind trading here. I don't mind trading this with a trick and soaking up some damage. Practice tactics. Fine. That is fine, I guess. Now what? Well, for one, it's really tempting to play the Veil. Hi, Pearl. And I don't think we need to bubble snare anything yet, so let me just see what we see. 2 lands, I bet. That's always a rough peak. Oh, both of these. Both of these. Okay. What don't we want to see? The damage from Sorcerer is going to add up too quickly. And I guess I will play the Coast because I need that blue. Just pretend it's on the bottom of our deck where all our islands are. Bug Catcher, and they've got Journey. Taking 3. Drawing a green source would be decent. Okay. Shoot. No, let's do Master first. Discard 2. Let's discard 1. I'll discard a Swamp. Don't need so many of those. And it's not like they're going to have us discarding too much. So I'll play Island here. And I bet they will use this Journey. They're using the Journey. Then we're going to tap out for a big Verazol, and hopefully we're not dead by that point. Taking 6. Okay, done. So now we'll take 3, and if we can untap with Verazol, we've got too much for them to deal with. Hopefully. Tazim Raptor. Okay. That untaps a land, although I don't know if that is so important. Oh dear. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Because we could bubble snare these 2 guys, Kite Sail is 2 to re-equip. They pay to get into with Pack Beast. I think that's worth it here. So we say yes. Remove the counters. Target that dude. The other option would have been to bounce the Bug Catcher and Journey, but then immediately they replay Journey. And I want at least a turn. Uh-oh. Synchronized Spellcraft. Oh, not good. Let's into the Royal Verazol and go down to 2. Instead of 0. Because this will counter Spellcraft. Shoot. That's not good. Close game. We need to draw something relevant. That was not it. Because now they can just re-equip the kite. Yeah. Maybe they'll wonder about what I have in my hand. Dang, that's so bad. They don't even need to re-equip because they have Crawling Barons. They have 2 ways of killing me, I guess, is the right way to put it. Smite? Yeah, shoot. Given all that, I think it might be right to put in Negate. Because that's a lot of nonsense. Put in Negate and take out Deliberate. God, that's awkward though. I really want this kind of card. Predation was fine. Let's do that. Let's put in Negate. I'll play first. Hand looks good. Good-ish. Start with the Warrior, Pack Beast. With this hand, I wonder about being on the draw. It doesn't look awful, but it needs some black mana. Kitesail Cleric. Oh, God. Yeah, get that black mana, please. Pack Beast. Maybe we can trade those. Oh, that's so good. That is super good. Just wait. I'm also not sure about trading Pack Beast here. They don't even want to let me. I mean, I guess I would to prevent the damage. Bubble Snare, well, let's start with Master. Probably discard Sky Dancer? Well, we'll see what we draw, but oh. Man. Yeah, I think we discard the Dancer here. Oddly enough. Because this deck has some trouble. Then they're going to kill Master. It has some trouble getting cards in the graveyard. Relic Axe. And that looks like 4 damage in the air. Which I can do nothing about currently. Verazol. We could cast Verazol. But let's not do that just yet. Instead, let's Blight the Teeth. We have one red card in our deck, but that hardly matters. And Bubble Snare the 4/2. So they can't make the Cleric big enough to be relevant. But then I'm going to cast a huge Verazol, and if they kill it, I can get it back once. Needle Verge Pathway. And if I make it big enough, they can only smite it. Yeah, re-equip. They might kill Master here, but that's not the end of the world. No. Okay. Maybe they're respecting what I could have up. Oh, we do have another mountain. Well, there you go. There you have it. One. I'll take the damage for it to get it bigger. So that's a 6/6 Verazol. Pass it, and they don't have 4 mana up yet, thankfully. And that uses most of their turn, so I feel like we've stabilized here, at least for the moment. If we untap with an advantage, then I'll really feel good, but come on. All right, untapping. Oh, that's so good. Okay. They've got 2 party members, so they can do 4 damage to something potentially. Let's just get in there. At this point, I don't even need the Pack Beast. I wouldn't mind trading that with the Cleric, because trading 1/1 against this opponent is not so scary. Wow, no smite, so we're in the clear. Crawling Barrens pass. 5, 6, 7. They've got onto inversion soon. Synchronized Spellcraft. Right on. So how does this work? We copy into the Royal, targeting the Cleric and the Master. And I won the match. Okay, great. It almost doesn't matter what we bounce because we're drawing extra cards. We could have also bounced our own Verazol, but I think bouncing the Cleric there is good enough tempo. Oh no, just 2 lands in their hand. Explaining what might be an early concession, but yeah, if this is all you're dealing with, what can you do? It's not a stable enough board for them to win off Barrens. So, next match. Grizzly Menace, I will play first, and I will keep this somewhat interesting hand. This hand might not be a beast, but it has a beast. Bane Coast. I don't mind playing Bane Coast so much as Wary Ruins. For whatever reason, that Force Spike seems more easy to play around than Bane Veil. And I don't want my opponent to know I have Wary Disruption in my deck. Or if I don't have it in my hand ever, then I'd love for them to think I have it in my deck. Deliberate. These are the colors you hate to see, although Pack Beast on its own isn't that scary. Oh, they mulliganed to 6. Good to know. And they put 2 cards on top. Also good to know. Since we are playing against blue, I want to resolve Skydance. Oh, they also scryed 2 to the top. So there's a couple reasons to play Skydancer now. Oh wow, what is this? I feel like I've never seen this. Hopefully it's not one that comes back from the graveyard. So this is what they topped. Return an unblocked attacking rogue you control, so it's got ninjutsu. Deals damage to a player, you may put the target permanent from that player's card onto the battlefield under your control. Good lord, I do not want to be hit by that. Thank you very much. Party of 2, so this is 4, so we need 5 to cast it with Pack Beast. Not quite there yet. Now, they could have a 2-1, and they could have a 1-3, but I'm not going to play around either yet. It's the 2-1. So what do they want to trade with? Anti-cognition. I guess I didn't need those. Trade with my Pack Beast. I'll let it trade off here. I guess I really didn't need to do that. Because now I don't have a live Zagras next turn if I get the land. Infiltrator. Not that we need it yet. Not quite yet. I might have to let this thing hit me. No, I really don't. They're definitely going to have a rogue, and I'm not doing damage quite fast enough, and we get 2 extra damage in. So this is okay. Master's a good card to do when we have some time. Feed the Swarm. Goodbye Bubble Snare. And Stinger. Master. I might want to trade it with the Stinger here. It just depends. Oh. Huh. Do we have double black cards in the deck? Nope. Get rid of it. Yeah, this is bad. These uncommon rogues are hard to deal with. They play another rogue. Steal my Master of Winds, or who knows what. They're going to feed the Swarm back. That's not the worst. And then I guess they'll get into draw card. Or maybe they'll attack with both. No, they have to attack with one or the other. Sure. I might be able to race them in the air. We'll see. 2 party members. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if we play Zagras here. We've got a good shot. Disruption. Oh dear. Yeah, let's do it. We get in, what, 5 damage? That's nothing. So then they kill Zagros and take another 6. Well, I guess that is something. It's a lot of damage. So let's add red. Play Zagros. Probably play a Akum Warrior. I mean the land half. And get in for 5. See if they want to trade here. No. No. Let's do this. Because what I can do is Blood Beckon back Zagros and recast it on the same turn if I have a big enough party. So it'll be red, black, 1/1, because I'll need to use the black for Blood Beckoning. Go down to 2 from Zagros. Ouch, but yep. Yeah, okay, so we've got it. Pretty sure. They mill me more with Stinger. Especially if we draw black. I don't think they can do anything relevant with 1 black mana. Just 1 attack. Oh wow, they're even making it unblockable. I'm actually surprised to see that, but well, whatever. Counter my own spell here. Yeah, interesting. Let's get Zagros back. Which wins in multiple ways. Okay, great. They just needed to dodge any spell, and that was a particularly good spell. Okay. That worked. These Death Touch rogues and things are kind of a pain. What do we think? Take out Riptide, put in Skitter Sneak. Probably fine. Who knows? Oh, looks good. We haven't started with the Thought Thief yet. Keep it. It's a little scarier on the draw, but we'll see. Then we might want to consider Predation, but we curve out so well. Okay, never mind. Thought Thief, Predation, Deliberate, and then who knows what. Royal Mage. I'm going to get greedy here. I don't think they've seen Thought Thief. This goes awry if they have a counterspell for Thought Thief. They're just main phasing it. Fair enough. Nice. Got him. Cacophony, huh? Yeah, at this point, I like Skydancer. Turn 2 Cacophony is just such nonsense. Predation will be good later, too. Another Cacophony? Don't do it. Blood Chief's Thirst. I don't think there is a way for me to protect it, so whatever. Just get it back later. Gloom Hunter, sure. Get my Sky Dancer in there. Now, let us play a land. This guy's going to come down never. I think it's time to look at their hand. Oh, shoot, but I need another black source. We can do that next turn. Let's get back... Because I want to get back 2 cards is the other thing. Yeah, let's take a look at their hand. Shoot. Falconer, Dreadworm, Sky Dancer. I think by the time they can use Falconer, we're fine against it. So let's take the 3-mana spell. Hope they don't draw land for a bit. Because if they have land exactly on top, we have 4 bubble snares in the deck, so it might not be the end of the world. We know what they drew. So let's get back Relic Golem, Thought Thief. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play an island. And hope they don't mind drain us. Although even that wouldn't be the end of the world. That's 8 cards in their graveyard, so our Skitter Sneak is huge. Bigger even than Dreadworm, but they'll probably play Falconer to block our Thought Thief. An interesting game, to be sure. Verazal, great. Anyway, Relic Golem, and at the risk of being countered because they know we have it, Thought Thief. So I did take a risk by not showing it to them early in the game, but that was because it could ambush a 2-1, and I thought that was a tiny bit better. And it worked out. But here we risk them drawing the thing to counter it. Because we're not hiding anything by keeping it back. Yeah, your 4 damage thing can come in, but that's not the end of my world anyway. You've got no rogue to give your stinger anything. I don't think I need to mill you, especially. So let's attack for 8. Nice. And play 6 more power. Which is totally lethal. Yeah, if we're desperate for something soon, we've got this Deliberate, but it looks like we just win here. They need another kicked and copied Maddening Cacophony or something. Here's Dreadworm, which isn't nothing. Dreadworm and land. Yep, that's not gonna do it on its own. I don't really know what I'm hesitating for here, but I guess we can deliberate first. Another bubble snare. Top. So we can play the forest this turn. Sure. Everyone attacks. Mill them for more. They can kill the relic golem by double blocking it. But then I think I killed a stinger. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know what they could have possibly drawn here, but wow. Good job. Good job, us. Yeah, I'd love to play first, and this hand seems fine. Yeah, better get a black source in there. Wary Disruption. Could have played Veil there. Maybe I'll play Veil here. Counter your 3-drop. Because you basically counter, whenever you can counter anything with that, you do it. Bubble Snare into the Royal. Shoot, well, I hope their things don't have Vigilance. This Charger. Let's bounce that back to their hand. That is all of our bubble snares. Can we draw green, please? Oh my god. That was nuts. We can just make a Drake and tap something down every turn for the rest of the game. This is too much. Looks like we'll be winning this one. I hope. How many Shatterskull Chargers could we beat if they kept playing that every turn? Can it be Baloth? No problem. Don't give it haste, please. So that's getting tapped down. You're gonna have to do better than that. Yikes. We're just getting started over here. Yeah. That was just a perfect set of draws for that situation. Ridiculous. Glacial Grasp? This is the kind of deck which makes Risen Riptide good. I like Glacial Grasp against landfall type cards. I really do. Also pretty synergistic with Bubble Snare. What to do? I don't know what to cut for it. So I think we cut Deliberate, which I also hate doing. Oh no, they're playing 40. We should have gone up to 41 cards to match them there. Oh no. I'm a madman for pain, but this is too much. Let's mulligan. This I can keep. Put a card on the bottom. This deck I can keep. And this hand I can keep. I think we're gonna put back Swamp. Because it's slightly better to put Swamp back there. Oh wow, perfect draw. No! Because if we drew Swamp, we would have needed to play it. Yeah, it might not matter that I played Predation there, but I'm meant to play the black source first, for sure. It turns out it doesn't matter so much. So we're going to Bubble Snare this just because that's going to do like 7 damage on a turn where they do some harrow effect. Oh, it's getting good. It's getting good. Make sure I have the double blue out. They play a warrior, we grasp it. Yeah. Survivor adds a counter to the champion. Do it. Oh, it's a warrior too. Anyway, let's grasp the champion. Prevents 8 damage. And then we will have a Drake here. Wow. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I just want to survive. And that does take a warrior away from them, even though they'll probably play another one immediately. At this point, I can't see how we lose. But we could lose, so we'll see. Into the Royal to Baloth. The other thing I could see doing here is playing Stalker, taking 6 off the Baloth. No, I really don't want to take 6 off the Baloth. Thank you very much. I really don't want to. So we'll take 2 here. 2 or 4 if they don't replay the Baloth. That's what I'm expecting. Spitfire Lagak. Bring it on. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Wow, they didn't attack with it. They're worried specifically about a 3/3. Smart, but that's not what we had, and you're missing your much needed damage. Excellent. I think we're going to play Stalker here and keep all our blockers up. The full house of, well, the 4-of-a-kind bubble snares that we have are just ridiculous. So they're willing to trade there. I'm also willing to trade. Baloth is back. And then we can Skydancer. Ooh, Blightblade. Adventure awaits and second champion. Nice. Oh god. I hope they can't kill it, but this is going to be incredible if we can do anything with it. I'll keep both back, it's whatever. Come on. Copy Bubble Snare on whatever. I'll take 6 here. It's not a small hit, but we shouldn't have to take that kind of damage again. Yeah, so maybe we Bubble Snare Baloth and Hellion. Hellion, 1, 2, 3, 4. And copy. Yes. Okay. They saw the writing. That'll do. So we win that draft with a bunch of nonsense rares. Is sure. They say sure. Yeah, I mean this. It's definitely a nice format to jam your rares, I guess. Just enough fixing to get there. I mean, it ended up being how many? 3 sources of green, 4 sources of red, and then just enough black to kind of get there. Really fun deck. Thank you all for watching, and good night, and stay safe out there.